Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Just about set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Movement here from the tight end. The toss to the outside. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Running to the left. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. Oh, what a move! Into the end zone for a touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run it into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the tight end. Plows through the defense. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. All the way in for the touchdown.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On the move, it's Avery. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The play action fake. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
He fires one deep over the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he breaks into the open. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. A little trickeration is always in order, especially when you execute like that.
You ain't lying. And I tell you what, you always put these in practice. You always practice them. But you got to have that feel and that timing of when to call it. Perfect timing, rewarded with the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
First and 10.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He's looking to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Shakes off the defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Got his man on the right. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming down.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Motion from the offense. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go! The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quarterback will keep it. The ball pops out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They try to get it outside on the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Reels it in down the left side. He's loose. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Okay, ready?
Here comes the offense onto the field again. He'll ride his man on the option. All kinds of running room. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Got it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide open downfield. The expressway is wide open. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense set on first down. The give to the tailback. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue.
Sends it downfield. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's at the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
Number 1 with the grab and the
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. They're trying to beat the D deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive, they dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To the ground with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Pulls it and fires to the left. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
They'll test the right side. Bulls his way forward. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Makes the grab. It's good. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. From the 22 on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Cut! 691, Gators far!
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Ready, set.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Easy. Griffin.
He's going to pass on second down. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The snap sets up to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Cut it. Breida. Let's. Belly stutter. Cricket.
It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he tacks on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half.
Kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready.
Easy. Cut.
They'll open the second half on the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Quickly complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now on second down. Running behind that left side. The pirouette on the one. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Maybe you open it up for the passing game.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. That is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. They missed that 56-yard field goal, and now they'll pay for it by giving up good field position at the 39. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3.
Cut it.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
Got it.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here.
Freedom. Get set. Flex.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Rolls his way ahead. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Right back to him on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down.
Cut. 6-9-1. Gator Spark. Slab. Yankee blue.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
Black 24.
They'll go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Got it, looking for the first down. Nice throw, great catch, easy glide into the end zone for the touchdown. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UAB answered the bell away from Protective Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Blazers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the offense on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Running back goes in motion. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's back to throw on second down. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out. Good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He wants to pass it on second down. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got room on the return. And he's in for the touchdown.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
And he makes the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
Will take over. First and 10.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2, his quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
A first down for the offense.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Set, bang!
Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got it!
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Ringo! Ringo! Black 24!
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The give out of the gun. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
On the ready!
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock.
Lizzie! Lizzie! Razor! Razor! Easy! Alert! Alert!
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
On the
They've
set!
got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Cut it! Cut it! Moves!
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And they're in for a touchdown. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
1st and 10.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they turnover. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. but you do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
The back goes in motion. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Easy.
They move the tight end all over. Got his man quickly. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
On the double.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. Barrels ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running it.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Clear. Clear. Set. Hut.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Knocked off his feet.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish.
Cut, cut, cut. 6-9-1. Gators, clear. Clear.
He makes a grab. Gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the offense will take over. First and 10.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 10-yard line, and what an example of the defense setting up the O.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Looking for the score. And they're in for a touchdown late in this game.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. The quarterback takes a knee. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.